What is going on, guys? It is the Roast Whacking One here, and alright, I talked about this. Actually, I never talked about this before, but I was thinking about always doing something that would allow me to kind of open up kind of discussion topics, on the channel, and this being one of them. So pretty much, it's kind of like kind of rants, I guess. I'm done for this. Quick update. Also, by the way, I'm done for the semester. So I'll go back to January. But I do keep working through the couple weeks. So I have videos to go. I have a lot of videos to go. 2K, both 2Ks are coming in. Walking Dead comes out January. I'm definitely gonna drop that as soon as it comes out. I promise. That's something I'm waiting on. But with Mortal Kombat coming out next year, that's gonna be coming to the channel. I got a lot of stuff really with the idea of I'm putting out. But hopefully you guys enjoy the hope you guys enjoy your holiday and have a happy new year. If I don't see y'all, if y'all hear from me by then, but I'm pretty sure you will. But alright, so pretty much, alright, concept, guys. Think about this. I'm sure you guys already know about stuff okay, all right, let me start from the very beginning. So pretty much, when you think about it, a lot of game developers, sometimes they'll scrap a game that they don't really want to because it is such a popular game, but they scrap it because they kind of have to. Examples, Telltale, they have to pretty much scrap all their stuff. They pretty much have to. Telltale had to shut down, and Telltale surprisingly was still, which kind of surprised pretty much the entire gaming community, because Telltale was doing so well. A lot of their games were still very well populated. Stuff like Walking Dead, Guardians of the Galaxy, Batman, even. There were certain games that they put out that were like extremely popular, but yet they didn't have any money. So it's like, what was the story behind that? But today, I want to talk about EA. I'm a big fan of EA. Alright, EA has been like one of my favorite developers for a long time. Because they put out the Madden series, they put out a bunch of different gaming. They put out a bunch of they pretty much are a sport game developer, which I don't really mind. I like EA. They develop a lot of stuff that I enjoy. But past couple days actually, this has been on my mind with being college football season. EA, where is our college football, our NCAA? Where is it at, guys? Come on. I understand the legality issues of you can't pay you had to play the players for their likeness, but it's like, look, I understand that. I completely understand. It's a legal issue, not a fact that you don't want to do it anymore. Because as far as I'm concerned, NCAA was just as popular as Madden was every year, and that's not even just me talking. That's like I'm quite sure NCAA football was just as popular as Madden was every single year, and the masses have been asking for it for a long time. I'm trying to think. The last NCAA football game that came out was probably NCAA 14, if that's what I'm really calling the memory, with Denard Robinson on the cover. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. That's the last NCAA football game I've ever played, and I still miss it. I personally think about getting a PS3 and just getting the game just so I can play it again. That's how much fun I had playing NCAA football. It's arguably the best game. I'm reaching if I say that, but NCAA is easily one of the greatest games I always enjoy playing, because it's always so much fun, because you can never capture the intensity, the joy of playing college football games. The road to glory, create your own player. Playing through high school, you get into college, the dynasty, pick your favorite team, develop them, recruit players. All that was so much fun. Even in 14, they added Ultimate Team, so you could pretty much pick. So pretty much, like when Madden Ultimate Team, NCAA Ultimate Team, that was something I still remember to this very day. I remember being up to like 2 or 3 in the morning just playing NCAA football, just having a good time. It was always so much fun. It was always so much fun to play. But EA, I just want to know, do you guys even want to do it again, because I watch a lot of videos on it. I watch a lot of like I watch a lot of you know, people interviewing the devs, and like they always say, yeah, we want to do it again, but the legality issues, this, that, and the third, and to pay players for their likeness of the game. It's like, well, I understand that, but it's like, guys, why don't you just cut them like checks for the revenue of the game sales? I understand you guys are a multi-million-dollar company, that then you gotta pretty much pay the school to, you know, get the pay, like, because because you gotta get the players likeness involved in the game, and then you gotta, you know, like, you gotta get them involved in the game, and then instantly EA got sued because we're using our likeness in the game, but we're not getting paid for it. Yeah, it's really something that you kind of wish EA would just bite the bullet for, because you make so many games. You make so much money off of all of your other games every single year. You make so much off your other games every single year. Every few months, if you're really smart with FIFA, Madden, I can't say Star Wars, because Star Wars is not one of the more popular games. But yeah, stuff like EA, stuff like UFC, stuff like FIFA, stuff like Madden, those are games that sell millions of copies worldwide every single year they are released. So you guys can't spare these college kids, you know, the time or the money just to cut off them checks, just to let like these guys are college students. Like, come on, guys. Like, I understand. Like, you gotta understand where they're coming from as well. If you're putting me in the game, I want to get paid for it too. I understand that, but EA, I feel like I can't say, like, I feel like you're kind of being selfish about this. Like, look, guys, just pay the guys, because right now, what they're kind of putting ahead of them, like they're putting the fact that they don't want it, like they already paid them, like they paid them off the first time, but they don't want to do it more than once. It's like, guys, you're putting off what you can let go, like you're what you're paying, what you could pay these kids to let them be in the game, what you're paying them in that amount of time, you guys can double, triple that by the time you even make the next one, or by the time you make the next game. Because these games sell so many copies worldwide, they sell so much. Like, these games sell out. Like, these games can sell out. Like, these games sell. Like, these games will. Like, it's not like the games are just sitting on the shelf. It's like, no, these games are being sold. I promise you. If EA ever does this, which I hope they do. I've been seeing stuff about a game being made that's supposed to be something like it, but it's not even remotely NCAA. It's supposed to be called Gridiron Champions, which was supposed to come out next year. No, I think it was supposed to come out this year. Either way, it was pushed back. So now I don't think it comes out till 2020 or 2019. I don't remember. I'll have to look and double check it. But either way, it's something that I wish didn't happen. It's like, if you really look at it, the way these games sell, the way these games are being like pushed out and functioning, if EA ever made another NCAA football game, like I said, which I hope they do, there is no doubt. When I say no doubt, I mean no doubt in my very own mind and heart and body and soul that NCAA football would easily skyrocket. They could sell the game for $60 a copy, like they always do. I can't even if you really wanted to, even if EA really felt, daring and wanted to not copy off Madden's success, but kind of mimic off of it, create something like a Legend Edition of NCAA. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool to see. Like with the kids, or not even, okay, I'll put it this way, like a Heisman edition of NCAA. Like, whoever wins the Heisman that year, like this year it would be Kyler Murray. He could be on the cover. He would be on the cover of NCAA 19, or Tua. Like, these are always something that you guys could think about, like bounce these. Like I'm pretty sure EA has bounced these ideas around, but it's just the fact of the legalities that they just don't want to risk spending more money having to pay these college players to be in their games. It's just something that really, if EA took the 10 minutes to think about all of the money that, yes, like you're gonna end up spending a lot of money paying these college kids to be in the game. I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying that you should be okay with having to spend this money, because, like, of course you gotta spend money to make money, though. That's how I kind of view it. You have to spend money to make it. So if you guys really are interested in being taken seriously with games like this, because everyone wants to see this game coming back. They have been fighting for it since they announced they were stopping it. People have been begging for this game to come back ever since the year they said they were going to stop making it. I still remember when I first heard that NCAA was no longer being done. I was emotionally hurt, because I felt like I was losing a game that I looked forward to every single year. I remember I bought NCAA 14 on release day. It brings out the college fan in everybody that secretly loves watching Saturday football, the bowl game, stuff like that. It's bowl season, guys. I promise you, NCAA would be all the rage the second it comes back out, whenever they do release it. And I appreciate the company, I think it's the indie company that's making the game Gridiron Champions. I can't remember who's making it, but they're making their own version of college football game called Gridiron Champions. I have no idea what the premise is. I'm pretty sure it won't even come a half. I'm pretty sure it won't even do a 1/16th of what NCAA football did for all the EA NCAA fans. I'm pretty sure it won't even come close. NCAA football is one of EA's babies, and if EA really wanted to continue to make it, which I'm sure they do, it's one of their biggest sellers. I'm sure EA knows that. I'm sure it's killing them that they can't make it, because I've seen videos of it, and that I've always remembered them saying they are upset that they can't do it, that they aren't doing it, because it is something that they love to do, and because they know it's a game that is in such high demand that it would skyrocket their sales if they just brought it out. So it's just something I just thought about. I've been floating that idea around in the back of my head for a long time. It's just like, bring it back if you can. I promise, it would do EA so much good. It would do EA way more harm than it would do EA so much good just to bring the game back. Or even then, you see a lot of this nowadays. You see a lot of teams. I mean, a lot of teams. I'm sorry. I'm watching a YouTube video. It's playing in the background. I just completely forgot it's even on. But where was I? Okay, like you see a lot of developers or a lot of gaming companies remaster their games and re-release them. Probably same price, probably same price, probably less, probably more, but it sells just as well as the original copies every day. Like look at Modern Warfare Remaster. Look at Crash Bandicoot, which I haven't touched in a long time, but I'm pretty sure I might bring it back to the channel. I did like playing it. Spyro, that just came out. That might be coming to the channel. I'm doing so much plugs. I'm really sorry, but yeah, stuff like that. Stuff that's getting remastered, stuff that's getting remade, that's getting re-pushed out to the society, to the masses. But EA, consider how much you guys could really, how much good you would be doing the gaming community by just remastering NCAA football. If you could remaster NCAA football 14 and just redistribute it, it would actually be just as good. No, it wouldn't be up to date, but it would feel good. It would feel up to date because at this point, people just want to have another football game, a college football game again. People just want that feeling. At least I know I do. It would feel right to just have that presence back, of an NCAA football game, something to play. It gives me that sense of satisfaction when I at least have it again. Like it's such a great concept in my opinion. I think it's a good idea. It's such a good concept because I know PlayStation does it. I don't know if Xbox does it, but they like bring out the PlayStation. They have like the PS classics, all the old school games. Like I know a while ago, like San Andreas, they had a bunch of old PlayStation games, and they would have them digitally on the PlayStation Store, and you could download that. PlayStation, Xbox, EA, you guys can collaborate, get something like that, maybe get digital copies put out of NCAA. You don't have to sell the hard copies of it. It's either way is just as good. I'm just flowing the idea back and forth, but it sounds so plain. It makes a lot of sense though. Redistribute the game, make the money, and and then if that's the case, you guys know you're gonna make a lot of money off this game. You can pay the college players. Even then, you're looking to pay players that aren't even in the game anymore. I don't know if you had to pay those guys that already were paid once, but they didn't be worried about. I don't know. But like I said, I don't know the whole guys of it. I don't know the whole in and outs of it, but it's just ideas that are in my head. But it's I don't know, guys. I think I'm just at this point, like I said, it's a rant video, so I'm just going on about something that I think would work. But yeah, I think I made my point. Pretty much EA. I can't say what's the purpose of telling us you want to do the game again, but yet you're really holding back on it, and you're just like like EA says they want to do it again. They liked doing it. It was one of the better games, but yet they choose to keep it in their back pocket. It's like, I understand you have the legal issues. I said I get that, but it's you gotta look at what you can make versus what you can really lose. Yes, you have to pay the players to be in the game, like their likeness and stuff like that. I understand that, but the money you're gonna make off of the game, you will make just as much in the game. You'll make just as much playing the game. You'll make just as much playing the game. You'll make just as much selling that game, and paying the players for being in it. It will most definitely counterbalance it. The money you make from the game will more than likely, I could say more than likely, will outweigh what you have to pay those players. I'm more than sure of that, because the supply and the demand for it at the moment is so high. It will sell like crazy. With the EA, with the support into the football always got, I know it would sell. It would sell, and it would sell big. It could sell, and it could sell big. It could easily become EA's baby all over again, and it could easily be EA's bestseller all over again, because EA can make a lot of money off those games. And if EA really doesn't want to take that shot, move it to another developer. If you guys really can, if they want to take on the legal issue, then they can. Let them worry about it. But it's EA's thing, so I really can see. Like, I couldn't see Madden going back to a 2K format. I could see it, but I don't think it would be as successful. EA, you guys still make NBA Live. You guys still make NBA Live. Think of that. NBA Live. NBA Live. The last time NBA Live was really a relevant game, it was 2005. That's my best guess, because I remember playing it. I don't even remember the last time I really got into an NBA Live game. Okay, I have NBA Live 19. I don't play it anymore because I got 2K19. But the last time I really was into an NBA Live game was like 2005. That's the last time I really remember being relevant. I can't remember any day past that. But that may just do it. But so to wrap it up, EA, you can bring the game back because the amount of money you're gonna make off of the game alone will more than likely counterbalance what you have to pay those players. You know, and even then, you know, you guys have the money for it. I don't see why it's such a problem, because you guys know there's such a high demand for it. You won't have to worry about it not selling. You won't have to worry about it not selling, because it will sell, and it will sell heavily, especially if they stick with the Madden format that they play it with now. It would be a great game. I know it would be. It would be such a great game to play. But if you can't do either of those, just remaster it. You know, redistribute it through, you know, the PlayStation Store and Xbox Live. You know, it could be just it would work just the same way if you just remaster it and redistribute it. Yes, you'd be putting out the same stuff. Maybe update the graphics. Alright, thing went out for a second, but yeah, redistribute it. You know, redistribute it in some way, form or fashion. You know what I mean? You know, redistribute it that way. You know, remaster it, update the graphics. You know, that way creators, like online creators, can, you know, make the rosters and then put those players into the game. Like, that's what I did in NCAA 14. You know, you download custom rosters off of someone else's PlayStation Network tag, and it would pretty much have the current players. It was, I don't know, I'm just rambling at this point. I'm just going on about what I thought was always fun. But like I said, you know, if you can remake it, if you can remaster the game, that works just as fine than remaking the game. They're making the game again and having to worry about how much you're gonna sell versus how much you gotta pay away for the players. But it's more than definitely just as good to remaster the game. But either way, yes, I'm probably gonna end it there. But yeah, hopefully you guys stuck to the end. Hopefully you guys understood what I'm trying to say. If you really, you know, if you have any other suggestions, comments, any other suggestions for EA, any, you know, questions about what I had to say or what I'm trying to really get across, or if you have any, you know, comments about it, just drop it in the comments. You know, and just drop it in the comments. You know, I'll answer it. I was gonna say maybe I'll drop my Instagram and my Twitter, so that way you can maybe message me about it. So that'll work. But either way, if so, I'll just do that later. But you know, all right. Thanks for, like I said, thanks. Hopefully you guys stuck around to the very end. If you did, you're a trooper. I appreciate that. Like, comment, sub, you know, show support, show love. I love each and every one of you guys. Continue to show support. I plan on doing a lot of these because there's a lot of stuff I just want to talk about as far as, like, you know, gaming, gaming rant, you know, gaming stuff, you know, political stuff, maybe political. I may do political like once because I'm not trying to be that person. You know, political, social issues, you know, stuff like that. I already have an idea what I'm gonna do next. It probably won't be done for a couple days or maybe a week or two, so I gotta see. But you know, until then, like, comment, so continue to show support. I love each and every one of you guys. Like I said, if you stuck around, leave a big thumbs up, hit that bell icon, show love, show support, tell your friends, and if you have any, you know, comments, suggestions, or anything like that, drop it in the comments and I will more likely respond to you. But you know, until then, I love each and every one of you guys. It is the Real Swag King one, and I'm signing out. Peace, guys.